In 1989, a man punched me in the face in my dream. And I woke up in bed, my body thrown backwards. He had punched me awake, a dream fist. Since that time, I have been documenting my most hard-hitting dreams in a journal and then in an anonymous blog online. 20 years later, I had exactly 108 dreams. Who cares? Who cares about another person's dreams? Most people don't pay attention to their own dreams. You can contemplate them or not, and life goes on. So discouraged, I took down my blog, printed out the dreams, and put them away in a drawer. In 2020, during the pandemic, I wrote my first novel, and I included some of those dream texts. They opened windows into the story because I remained convinced that my dreams had literary value. So with more research, I discovered that the oldest dream dictionary is the ancient Egyptian Ramesside dream book, circa 1220 BC. It comprises exactly 108 dreams. This was the sign I needed. It right away sparked a new idea for new work from these old dreams. So I dove into Carl Jung's Red Book. I dove into the neuroscience behind dreams. I dove into REM sleep, Tibetan dream yoga, and then lucid dreaming. Essentially being awake inside your dream, conscious inside the unconscious. I could punch back in to my dream. I could merge the worlds. Now I got excited. It's 2023. I'm still researching, I'm beginning to write this new work. I meet a man whose chest is adorned with a tattoo of the exact image of a recurring dream from my childhood. This man is a chemical engineer who manufactures a natural psychoactive supplement that aids in lucid dreaming. We decide to collaborate on an experiment which I present to you today. Our experiment comprised 3 elements. 1, a lucid dreaming practice based on the Tibetan yogas of dream and sleep by Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche, which combines meditation with scheduled nocturnal awakenings. 2, a fitness tracker, a Fitbit, to monitor my REM sleep, because our most immersive dreams tend to occur during REM. 3, a nightly dose, 15 minutes before bedtime, of a natural supplement containing Peganum harmala, commonly known as Syrian rue, a sacred plant that grows wild across Asia and Mediterranean regions, popular in Persian cultural tradition, specifically Zoroastrian priests used to perhaps consume this in order to go beyond death and then return. And it's a mild hallucinogen. Legal, whatever that means. Here is my trip report from my 15-day lucid dreaming experiment. A few baselines. I've not been able to recall my dreams in years. I sleep an average 7 hours, but 6 hours during the experiment. I spend an average 1 hour 45 in REM, but 1 hour during the experiment. Everything is both diminished and amplified with this supplement and this practice. Night 1, March 12th, 2024. I did this experiment last month. Awful first night, noisy neighbors, but something unusual occurred. I was aware of being both asleep and awake at the same time. I knew I was asleep because my body wasn't responding to my commands. I tried to open my eyes but couldn't. However, I remained alert inside myself, immersed in a spacious dark, punctuated by soft, flashing mandalas. I found I could move in and out of dream sequences at will, like a dream TV where I could change the channel, always returning to the safe, spacious dark, punctuated by soft, flashing mandalas. I did this about 4 or 5 times before eventually falling asleep. The next 2 nights, I dreamt of weapons. Then the next 3 nights, nothing, total amnesia. Then I recall the face of a child swimming underwater for a long time without breathing. Then I begin to notice sound, someone cracking their neck by turning it from side to side. Then I notice my sister, whom I love very much, is in every one of my dreams. One night, I'm overwhelmed with a flood of unrelated dream sequences. I record them all. Following 3 nights, nothing. However, the final night, March 26th, a breakthrough, a lucid dream. I was scheduled that night to be awake from 3:30 to 5 a.m., which I did, and the dream occurred in the REM block, according to the data, immediately after this awakening. I've never experienced anything like it. Everything seemed normal, but with slight surreal qualities that defied the laws of physics. I wake up, I'm in bed, in my bedroom, as is to be expected. It's night, but the ceiling light is on, so I get up to turn it off, but it doesn't turn off. This is a classic lucid dreaming reality check that I didn't realize till it happened. I look around the room and I notice subtle differences in the bedroom. My painting is on another wall. 2 different versions of the cat jump on the bed. A half-naked friend floats above me. Another person is sitting outside the window, floating on a chair. I walk to the kitchen, and another friend surprises me. We hug. I can feel her body against mine, solid, real as this. Finally, I'm in an antique shop in Istanbul, where I lived for many years, and I hear the most exquisite sound. I head for the source of the sound at the back of the store, and hanging on a stone gray wall, there's a sun-shaped mask made of brass, whose lips are moving gently to produce the sound. And then an antique wooden puppet, also hanging on the wall just a little bit further below, echoes back. Both sing in harmony, hanging on the wall. It was so beautiful. Thank you.